What's the impact of tourism in Afghanistan and how much that industry growth in the past couple of years? I'm Zaki, and at today's Masir podcast, we will talk about this question. But first, a short video.
Asdullah, the meaning of Asdullah means lion of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. This laqab, this nickname was first given to Hamza radiallahu anhu, the uncle of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And as well as Ali ibn Talib was named as well Asdullah wa Rasulihi.
So also you can speak Arabic as well. So from where you learned Arabic?
So where did I learn Arabic? I studied in Mauritania. Have you ever heard of this country called Mauritania?
Not that much.
So Mauritania, a lot of people don't know where Mauritania is. It's the Western Sahara Desert. So there's Morocco, Western Sahara Desert, and then there's Mauritania.
Mm-hmm.
It's a populated of 4 million people. It's a very, very poor people, very, very poor country.
I think the one thing that they can't accept is the way that the culture is. Every culture is not the same. Every culture is not should not be the same, because they believe on something else and we believe in something else, and we can't fit our culture, and we can make our culture like them just for that they came to Afghanistan and feel a little bit happy. And
Yeah.
Our today's guest is Asadullah, also known as Talib, and he is the owner of the tour agency. Welcome, Asadullah Jan, to our program. Should I call you Talib or Asadullah?
As you like, inshallah rahman. People call me Talib Jana, T-bro, Asdullah, as you like, inshallah.
I will call you Talib just because you were known as Talib worldwide. So
Yes.
everyone know your faces, and also I'm Pokoloko faces,
Yes.
and also Samiullah brother faces as Talib. So
Yes.
we will talk about that also. But first, I want to ask you, who is Asadullah and what did he did in his life, through his life, and why he could speak that much English fluently?
Asdullah, the meaning of Asdullah means lion of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. This laqab, this nickname was first given to Hamza radiallahu anhu, the uncle of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And as well as Ali ibn Talib was named as well Asdullah wa Rasulihi. So this meaning is the lion of Allah. So sometimes people, they tell me, oh my God, your hair, your beard, you actually do look like a lion.
Yeah.
In Arabic, say, Anta ala musamma. This means you are by the title you're given. And the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam says the haqq of the kid is from the parents, because at the end of the day, the haqq of, as children, our haqq our parents have. But the one haqq that we have on our parents, they must choose a good name for us.
Good name for us, yeah.
So this is the one haqq.
Because that will impact us in throughout all of our life, through our thoughts and everything.
Exactly. And then the second one is that you, my haqq that I have on my father, him choosing the right spouse, a good mother for me. So these are two things that we have as haqq over rights over our parents. And we were not even born at that time, but they must choose, as those who wanted to have children, they must choose a good spouse for their children, as well as a good name. So Asdullah means land of Allah. So who am I and what am I? That's for you guys to find out. Slowly but surely, as this podcast goes on, inshallah,
But you are
more.
making some of the good videos that goes viral, and also use some humors on that videos. But where that ideas came from, and also you didn't answer my question. Where did you learn that fluent English?
This is where we give a sponsorship to ChatGPT. So those who want to know ChatGPT AI, I'm giving a good shout out.
Come on.
No. In reality, all my cousins, all of us, they know English very well. My cousin Poco Loco, he speaks very fluent English. He's an American, raised in America. So when you get in contact with them, your English starts improving slowly but surely. At the end of the day, everyone has to study. Like example, if someone wants to study Arabic, they must learn from the Ahl Arab. You cannot learn a language unless you go to the roots of those people. So my cousin, all these, they were raised in the West, so I learned from them. My other cousins, and you watch movies. little bit of Shah Rukh Khan, as they say.
But Shah Rukh Khan is speaking good, brother.
Oh, I thought
You're learning English from Shah Rukh Khan alone.
Toro.
So also you can speak Arabic as well. So
Yes,
from
alhamdulillah.
where you learned Arabic?
So, where did I learn Arabic? I studied in Mauritania. Have you ever heard of this country called Mauritania?
Not that much.
So, Mauritania, a lot of people don't know where Mauritania is. It's the Western Sahara Desert. So, there's Morocco, Western Sahara Desert, and then there's Mauritania.
Mm-hmm.
It's a populated of 4 million people. It's a very, very poor people, very, very poor country. It's the least developed country in the whole entire world. They're known for their fiqh, their Arabic, and as well as tasawwuf. Over there, they're Sufi Muslims. So they're very high in this knowledge of Arabic. So I was age of 19 years old. I decided to become a Talib ilm. Talib, so this name as well, Talib Jana and Talib bro, T bros, all that kind of stuff, came from that root of me studying. So when I study and seek knowledge, then that's when you become a Talib ilm, the seeker of knowledge. So I went there at the age of 19 years old. I went to go seek knowledge. I studied Arabic. I studied different fiqh and different riwayats and Quranic studies.
So Talib, bro, tell me that's why you choose Mauritania for studying. Because there's Egypt as well, and also there's other countries. But why you choose Mauritania?
Yeah, so it's a very funny story that I had. A lot of people always ask me this question, like, why did you choose Mauritania? Like, how did this impact you, and how and why did it impact you? So there's a guy, probably you know, his name is Sheikh Hamza Yusuf.
Yeah.
You know Sheikh Hamza Yusuf, right?
Yeah.
So he had a speech about his sheikh in Mauritania. And I'd watched that. I was about like 17 or 18 years old. He was talking about how his sheikh was in the desert and they're living in tents. And he had mass knowledge and this and that. I was like, oh, wow. This reminds me of the time of the Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. These people are still living in tents. They're Bedouins. They have the Arabic culture and everything, the Islamic knowledge. And I kept on searching, watching YouTube videos, watched this, Sheikh Yahya wrote this. I saw all these big famous American scholars that went to go seek knowledge in Mauritania. And I said, if these guys they're onto something. So I made a istikhara and I had a very beautiful dream. From that dream, alhamdulillah, I went to Mauritania.
And you seek knowledge in there. And what's your field of study? It's Deen?
Yes, Deen, yes, alhamdulillah. Deen.
Which, is there any specific part of?
So over there in Mauritania, it's not like how it is. There's different countries like Pakistan, India, South Africa. This Deoband system, they have a level system where they say like the first year graduate, second year graduate, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, and then you graduate. Over there, there's no such thing as that because they're still Bedouins. So there's a sheikh, he lives in a tent, he lives in a qarya, in a village. You study with him. He gives you ijazah on a specific studies, like example, like a book. You study a book with them, then he gives you ijazah that you're able to teach. And some students, they even pass the studies, but the teacher says, no, don't teach. Just stay put in your village. Remember Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and start business. So over there, it's that spirituality that you get that a lot of these countries like Pakistan, even Afghanistan and India that you cannot reach. I have 3 madrasas over here right now in Afghanistan, but what was over there, it cannot be over here.
You said that you were studying in Mauritania.
Yes.
So one question came into my mind. How the scholars in Mauritania, they taught about tasawwuf?
Oh, over there, mashallah, all of them, they practice tasawwuf. My sheikh,
Tariqat.
Some of them have tariqat and some of them don't. Even on the basic books of the Bidayat, this is called Mukhtasar al-Akhdari. So the book calls al-Akhdari. This is like Qudri. For the Hanafi fiqh, it's called Qudri. The beginning of a book called, when you study fiqh, it's called al-Akhdari. In it has tasawwufs. It teaches the kid like, oh, what is ghiba? What is namima? What is bughd? What is hasad? What is all these type of stuff? And it gives you the ilaj for it. So practice, because at the end of the day, Islam, tasawwuf is a part of Islam. But there's difference about it. A lot of people, sometimes they far too right, and some people far too left. So there's a right balance. Our teachers, they practice the tasawwuf, they practice what they are taught. Like example, my teachers, there are a lot
They follow the sunnah.
They follow the sunnah. You know, they're Sunnis, they had fiqh. They said, Imam Shafi says, kun faqihun was sufiyun. He said, become a faqih and a Sufi. But the Sufi is after. You must have the grasp.
The first is Sharia and then Tariqah.
Then Tariqah.
Yeah.
And is following the guidance of your sheikh and choosing your sheikh and found that there's even the book, it says, how can you find your sheikh? It says that you must لا يحل فعل حتى يعلم حكم إله بسؤال العلماء. You're not allowed to do any actions unless you ask a scholar. And this is, how do you know what the scholar is? You see that he's on the sunnah. He's not doing anything that is too far right and not too far left. He's following the perfect balance. So over there in Mauritania, they follow that right balance. There's a story that
everything is balanced.
Yes, there's a story that because a lot of people, even in Saudi, they'll come and visit my sheikh. And over there, in Saudi and like the Arab countries, they're more Salafi and Wahhabis. So one time he saw my sheikh had a necklace, and he had something that was tied down. And he thought to his brain, he's like, Astaghfirullah, this is the sheikh that I'm sitting with, and he has shirk. Because they believe that you have anything, like if you have what we call taweez, they consider shirk. But over there, we don't consider shirk because we believe that this is ilaj, that as long as you put Quran Sharif, the Quran is shifa. It's fine, no problem. But other than that, there's a gray areas that the scholar says you must stay away from this.
And that's shirk.
Allahu alam, it's called, how we define shirk is that, example, if I believe honey gives me shifa solely without Allah subhanahu, then this becomes shirk. But if I say that this honey is the asbab and the wasila for me to get the shifa, then this is okay. But if a person said, no, this taweez is only going to give me shifa and Allah's not going to give me shifa, then you're a kafir, you become mushrik. But you said this is the ilaj and this is, I'm using the Quran as asbab for me to get shifa, then this is no issue. And Allah ta'ala alam. So he saw this necklace and he said, how can my teacher, I'm studying Arabic, I'm teaching all this kind of stuff, how can he, be like a mushrik, or how can let me tell him. So then my sheikh over there, you get a different type of spirituality. They, mashallah, if anyone asks anyone about Mauritania, they tell you that I feel as if they're reading my mind. So the sheikh looks at the student, he said, oh Muhammad, this right here is where I keep my miswak. Don't worry, it's not taweez. And he went in and started brushing his teeth. And he said, oh, how did my sheikh know what I was thinking about? After that, he humbled himself. Then after that, he started changing his mind and started seeing that the beautifulness in tasawwuf,
So that's a beautiful see you said. And also from where the ideas of making a tour agency came in your mind. And I saw your videos with Pokoloko, Yusuf, and also Samiullah.
Yes,
you guys are doing a good job, and also showing Afghanistan, different side of Afghanistan. So, from where that idea came from, and what you think about the tourism industry in Afghanistan?
So, in reality, how it started was not my idea. In reality, they said give credit when credit is due. So first, my cousin Pokoloko, he came to Afghanistan. He said, I want to create a tourism agency. What do you think? I said, my brother, there's not too much profit in it. Just leave it alone. But if you want to do it, I'm here for you. I'll help you out. So then after his first client was Arab. I think you know the guy Arab.
Yeah.
Once he came and he started making his video, then Samiullah told me, he's like, brother, I think you're getting famous now. I think you should start opening your own tour agency. I was like, no, I don't want to really do it. And then more guests started asking for me. My cousin's like, hey, they're asking for you. They want to tour with you. And I said, you know what? Right now I'm not working, like Filhal, I'm not currently working. Let me just try doing this tour agency. After that, alhamdulillah, how it went,
We will talk about the Arab later, because he's known as a crazy guy.
Yes, he's very crazy. Yes.
Yeah, we will talk about it. But are you when you make a tour agency right now, do you have your own tour agency, or is it share with Pokoloko and also?
No. So my cousin Pokoloko, he has his own tourism agency called Raza Afghanistan. My tourism agency is called Tibo Tours. So we have different. He does his own thing. He's on his own lane, and I'm on my own lane. So me and Samiullah, we do our tours. And then Pokoloko and Imran. I think you know Imran Paktiawad.
Yeah.
Maybe you see him. He's like a little short.
Imran, you're talking about Imran Wadan?
No, Imran Paktiawad. This is our cousin. Yeah, he's the one.
I think he's the guy that were in Arab videos as well.
Yes.
He's talking about the meme coins.
No, meme coins as well. He says something funny. He says women have no brain. That's the guy who's
I know him.
Yeah. So he's them. So them two, they have their own agency, and I have my own agency. I'm the director. I'm the Rais. It's my own company, and as well as Samiullah, he's my Mawin. He's my vice president in the company.
And when tourists came to Afghanistan, what did they fear to came here, and how did their perspective change when they go back to their countries?
Yeah, subhanAllah, you know, the crazy thing is that most people who come, they already toured a lot of countries, because I tour a lot of big influencers as Black Man the Traveler. I've hosted him. I've hosted Arab. I've hosted it's called Matt Shu, Sinclair, TB Jones. I've hosted all these big influencers. So they've been to Syria, where Syria is way more dangerous than Afghanistan is currently. They went to Iran. They went to all these countries. They went to North Korea, and they did all these travels. So when they came over here already, they were, because they're high influencers. Yeah. So they already had a background of traveling. But now there's that regular Joe Schmo, as we say. Joe Schmo is like a layman, like an person, right? When they come, they're first like, they're a little afraid. They're afraid. And we even hosted a woman as well. Like 2 months ago, we hosted a woman. She was a convert. She was a revert. She became a new Muslim. She was very afraid at first. She's like, that's a Taliban and that's a gun. And, we carry guns as well. And she's like, that's an AK-47. So they're kind of worried. But then there's one guy, his name is Jaron. He was a Mormon. Do you know what Mormons are or no?
Coochie?
No, Mormons are, there's like Christianity, there's different like sectors of Christianity. One Christian is called Mormons. They live in Utah. So he came, he was such a laid back white guy. He was very cool. I told him, once you leave over here, you're going to become depressed. I know you're going to become depressed. Just know that once you come to Afghanistan, leave Afghanistan, you'll become depressed. He's like, I'm going to miss this country. I'm going to miss this country. I told T-Bo Jones too, that when you leave, you're going to become depressed. So most people, when they come over here, they kind of like, on the edge. But once they leave, they become very depressed. So they start FaceTiming me and saying, oh, Salah, I miss you. Oh, Salah, I really miss you. Because in the West, how life is, you don't have time to sit with not even with your siblings, not even with your spouses.
I think in Afghanistan there is a spiritual environment.
Yes.
And you can't find this environment in the West.
Of course.
Because you become so calm in Afghanistan.
Yeah.
Even if you have a lot of problems, even if you have an economical problem or anything else. But in Afghanistan, there's a different calmness in here.
Exactly. Like example, if I say, give me your hand, right? Just give me your hand, but don't shake my hand. No, don't shake it. Do you feel that force?
Yeah.
What do you feel inside that?
There's an energy.
There's energy, right?
Yeah.
So imagine with that energy, with your hand that you're producing, we're sitting down together eating food. How much more energy that you're producing? In the West, everyone eats by themselves. They're eating in the car. They're like this, driving to work. They're eating, drinking coffee.
Everything is work.
Everything is work. So when they come over here, they say, wow, there's a random guy, this Kuchan, this villager, he comes in, he's giving me a hug. And he's shaking my hand, he's holding my hand. It produces these all these different type of energies, and spirituality grows, and you're like, oh wow, I'm feeling happy. Because this is what life is. But now we're all just on our phones. We lost that touch. Over there, they call it over I forgot the word it's called, like they're over
pushed, like
no, I don't know. Over pushed is like over sexualized. That's one thing, but there's like they lost the touch of human beings. They lost what humans are, because you're just so focused on technology, work. You lost what life is. So when they see life, they're like, oh, I'm going back to my roots. This feels good. And then once you take that person from there back into the West,
they become depressed.
It's like you basically just shower.
So there's a guys that they call you back that saying that I miss Afghanistan or miss you as the Talib. So
everyone. Now there's not been one person that hasn't called me back and said I miss Afghanistan, because they know Afghanistan is something very special over here. The mountains, just walking with your sandals, having just seeing the sun. I bet you ask anyone in America, when's the last time you saw a star? When's the last time you saw the moon? When's the last time you saw the sun? Like, you know what? I go in the morning at 9 o'clock and I leave at 6 o'clock. I don't get to see the sun at all. They don't ponder over this. That's what it's called, grounding. You ground back to the earth, to the roots, who you are.
And I think the environment of Afghanistan is a kind of environment that you can find every kind of ecosystem in Afghanistan. You have a desert, you have mountain, you have every kind of ecosystem in Afghanistan. You have jungles and Nuristan, in Konard, in Paktika, and I think that's also a big thing about Afghanistan that they can't forget. So when tourists came to Afghanistan, what they did like the most, the food, the hospitality, or the views of Afghanistan?
Yeah, so like you said right now, Afghanistan is very like their area. They have one area desert, another place jungle, another place mountains. So people, they ask me all the time and say, when is the best time to come to Afghanistan? I said right now. Because if you want to come, you want to see snow, I'll take you 5 minutes, I'll take you to Parman, you see snow.
Yeah.
You want to see city life, I take you back from the mountains, I take you back to Kabul, you see city life. Oh, you want to see a desert? I take you to Kandahar. Oh, do you want to see somewhere like very dry and you want to go to see jungle? I take you to Paktia. You want to see rivers? I take you to Kunnar.
If you see a spring, you're going to Jalabad.
That's it. Yeah. So it's very beautiful. Right now we're all cold. We're all wearing jackets.
Yeah.
But if we're in Jalabad, we'd be taking our clothes off. We say, oh my God, it's so hot over here. This is what makes Afghanistan very unique. And I think by this aspect as well, the clients, the customers, they come, the tourists, they come, they enjoy this the most. Like how I could go from one area, I'm in the desert. Another area, I'm in the jungle. Other area, I'm somewhere else. They enjoy this the most. And as well, the hospitality, they're like, oh my goodness, these tea bros over here just asking me for tea, like it's like tea bros, tea, like this is crazy. I don't know this guy. And villagers, they come, they see the homes, they see the mud homes, and they say, man, it's shocking to them to realize that these were the people that defeated 50 nations, which was NATO.
Yeah.
And all these guys are just guys in mud houses, and they have a sense of regret. Not because at the end of the day, they're not part of the government or not part of an army, but they have regret. Why did my country come to this country? For what reason did they come? These are just poor people. Human beings are the same. You want a life, you want a wife, you want children, you want to raise them the best ability you can. That same guy is in America, wants the same thing. I tell people the most in America, I said Pashtuns and Afghans, and all of Afghanistan, they're like rednecks. You know what rednecks are? No. Rednecks are people in America. We love guns. They love guns. The Trump supporters. The rednecks, we call them the Trump supporters, like the mega. Okay. Those called rednecks. I say, you're just Afghan, but you don't know it. We love guns. They love guns. We love off-roading. They love off-roading. We want to preserve our wife and children. You want to preserve your wife and children. But what's separating us? It's not our religion.
It's just politics.
It's just politics. And it's your blockage that you put in your own mind. They're saying this guy is different. Okay, we are different. But how was your ancestors? You ask the white American, how was your ancestors? 100 years ago, your mother was covered, just like how my wife is covered. 100 years ago.
Yeah.
Your wife was not, your ancestor was not allowed to show her ankles because she would be considered a witch. So we have the same cultures, but they just don't know. That's why this tourism agency...
There's a video that I saw that 50 years ago when they want Western girls to wear something short, they didn't like that. So they refused to wear that. So, but during the time, I think they changed. So
yes, because this was from the politics of propaganda.
So we will have a short break, and after a short break, we will continue this good conversation.
Perfect.
And we will have a short break, and we will come back. Welcome back, Talib bro.
Yes.
Tell me that when a foreigner came to Afghanistan, what surprised you the most when they come and see Afghanistan, and what will be their reaction? What surprised you the most about their culture difference and other things?
Yeah, I always tell people all the time, because I'm in this industry, right? I always host people. Even with that, I always have guests always at my house. I said, what do you think is the most difficult? Like, what race or what country or what race do you think is the most difficult tourist? Who do you think? Who do you think?
Arab.
Second, I'll give you 3 guesses. Let's see if you get it right. The most difficult customers that I will have. What race are they? Who do you think? You said Arab. No, Lebanese. I said no. Then who? What else?
Lebanese.
Lebanese, Arab, same thing.
Maybe American because.
No. What else?
Let me think. Does it from Africa?
So you said no. Africa, America, and Arab. No. The most difficult client that I will have, and I could ask anyone, the whole entire tour agency, they will say the same thing. They are Afghans. They are raised in the West, and they come back over here. They have their anf ala sama, their nose up to the sky, meaning they're so arrogant.
They don't know
like,
anything.
Oh, what is this bathroom? How am I going to use this? How am I going to use the Izarban? I'm like, bro, you mean wipe your butt too? Where's toilet paper? Bro, you use istinja. What is istinja?
They don't know.
They don't know this. Oh, can I get baby wipes? I'm like, oh, you mean should I put a diaper on you too with the baby wipes? I'm telling you, it's the most difficult. They're like, oh, this restaurant doesn't look clean. Oh, did the guy asking me, did the chef wash his hand? Well, you asked the chef.
They're trying to flex themselves.
They're trying to flex themselves. But I don't think they're trying to flex. It's called PTSD. No, not PTSD, OCD. OCD is where you're like, oh, is that clean? Oh, is that clean? Oh, I want everything to be
Is
clean.
all of them is like that or some of them?
99.9% of the germs that are affected, they're affected. And 99.9% of them are like that.
Mm.
And they're men. I swear by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, I had men. Big, gym, big beards.
But they were like that.
Girls. I straight like women. And I had women that were American. MashaAllah, they were straight mujahids. Like, they go to the bathroom, oh, no problem. They make wuzu and they're, oh, no problem. They eat the kebab, no problem. I'm like, what the heck? This is crazy. Our own Afghan people that are raised in the West, I'm like, hey, your mother used to shit in this toilet. Your father used to shit in this toilet. Now how you come to America and you smell the flower and then now you're a different person? It doesn't work this way. But, Americans, because at a young age, I realized Americans and Europeans, their fathers, they take them camping.
Mm-hmm.
So they know the difficulty of camping. Because once you camp, you set up tent. There's no bathroom, so you must go by the creek, go by the water, and use the bathroom over there. So they're used to it. But our own Afghans, they're like, this cleanliness, this. It's like, you shouldn't come to Afghanistan. Mm-hmm. I tell all tourists, you shouldn't come to Afghanistan and expect Dubai. It's not Dubai.
That's Afghanistan.
It's Afghanistan. It's village. I think 95% of Afghanistan is all village and 5% is city life.
Yeah.
So majority of people, you want to see Afghanistan, majority is that.
Mm-hmm.
Going to a middle of the desert or a village and there's like a hole in the ground.
Usually okay with that kind of life. Everyone experience that life. So
yeah,
that's easy for us. And one of your videos with I'm Pokoloko and also some other tourists got viral. The one that you guys are saying, I have one message to America.
Yes,
Welcome to Afghanistan.
Yes.
And that got very viral.
Yes.
What was the main idea behind that video? And even Piers Morgan talked about that video, and that video got very viral. Every news talked about that video, especially in a negative way. So what's the real idea behind that video?
So we call this in America, it's called dark humor.
Yeah.
Right? And being sarcastic.
Yeah.
So dark humor is getting kind of more like rampant in the real world and as well as Instagram and all that kind of stuff. So first I want to tell you the background, how it even started.
Yeah.
The I Am Pokoloko had his Westerner guests. One name was Jake and Kyle and all these different people that are there. I hosted I hosted them in my house and I brought a bunch of tea bros and all that kind of stuff. And I Am Pokoloko, my cousin Yusuf, he said, I have a crazy idea. I was like, what is it? And the funny thing is, all viral videos all happened in my house. All the crazy videos, Arab was in my house.
That was in your house.
It was in my house. That wall, everything, that's all my house. So they said, hey, let's do this. I told him, you're crazy. Because my cousin, I Am Pokoloko, he's crazy. He's like Arab, but times 10. I'm like, you're crazy.
Yeah, a lot of dark humor.
He has extreme dark humor. If dark was a color, he passes that. I'm telling you. So I told him, I was like, don't do this. I think you might get in trouble. I said, this will go viral. But for you, because you're living in the West, I think it might be a trouble for you. I said, I can do it. I don't care. I don't care for nobody, and I don't care what people say about me. I don't really care. But for you, it's something different. Now you're gonna be portrayed as that. So when you go to walk in the streets, people say, "Hey, you're T, bro," and something might happen, God forbids. So then we're like, "Okay, let's do it." Our whole message was showing it's called dark humor. We want to show that, okay, you think we're dangerous. You think we're killers. You think we're kidnappers. Okay, we'll portray this, but in our own way. For about 40 years, they were the artist, they were the paintbrush, they were the paintboard, they're everything. Now we're the artists. Now the paintbrush is in our hand and the whiteboard is in our hand. We're going to paint how we want to paint. So we showed them that, yes, you believe this. We're going to portray as that, but show you a different way. And after that video, he said, "Welcome to Afghanistan." And he's smiling happy. And he shows all the
Everything
fun.
changed.
Everything changed, showing how fun that he had, how good time he had, how at the end of the day, these are 4 Americans, all have different faith. And we're all Muslims in this country. We all could get around and talk and laugh and have a good time. That's the whole message about it. Because if you believe we're monsters, okay, let's play the boogeyman role. But in the reality, say a picture has over 1,000 meanings. So how many meanings a film can have? So we wanted to portray that and punch them and say everyone has a plan until they get slapped in the face.
It's just like when someone is bullying you, you accept, like when he's saying that you're a fool, you accept that.
Yeah.
And you show a different side because of that show your calmness.
Yes.
And that show your different side. So one thing for my personal opinion I saw in that video is 2 kind of opposite things on that video. The start is like you are waiting to see that the throat will be cut.
Yes.
And then a guy is smiling, and that will change everything.
Yes.
So I think that video have a very good impact and very great impact on even in worldwide. So Piers Morgan had a interview with Arab and also some other YouTubers that came to Afghanistan. And one of the things that he pointed was that video. And he was saying that these YouTubers is showing Afghanistan not the way it is. So what your message to Piers Morgan and other guys that talk about that videos?
My message to Piers Morgan: come, bring you, your wife, your daughters, bring them to come to Afghanistan. You show it. Show how you want to portray it. I'm not paying these YouTubers. I'm not getting paid by these YouTubers.
Yeah.
I'm not showing them. No, they see it in the streets. I took T.B. Jones, a famous French influencer. You can watch his video, T.B. Jones. He's a really good guy, extremely good guy. One time, we're in Paktia, and we got in trouble with the istikhbarat, with the Secret Service, and we were held for like 4 hours. They're questioning us and questioning them. So he said in the video, look, these guys are not trying to block a specific image. I saw what I saw. I saw people that were in the government that held us for 4 hours for no reason. And I saw that there's even guys that drove from Laghman all the way to Paktia just to see me, to see I'm okay. So he showed that I'm not trying to, I think that I don't want him to be held in the office for 4 hours.
Yeah.
I want him to have the best experience. But life is life. Like I said, everyone has a plan until they get slapped in the face. So for Piers Morgan, anyone saying that I'm BSing and I'm lying and I'm doing this, come yourself.
Saw yourself.
Come. And don't tour with me. I don't care. I don't want you to tour. If you want me to host you, I'll host you. You say, I want to check out a girls' school. I'll take you to a girls' school. I want to see how women are living their lives. Okay, I'll take you to the village. You see how women are living their lives. Oh, I want to see this. Okay, you
I
see
think
it.
the one thing that they can't accept is the way that the culture is. Every culture is not the same. Every culture is not should not be the same, because they believe on something else and we believe in something else, and we can't fit our culture, and we can't make our culture like them just for that they came to Afghanistan and feel a little bit happy.
Yeah. But even for them, this breaks their rules. This breaks their constitution, because the constitution is freedom of what? Speech, as well as freedom of religion.
Yeah.
So this is our religion. We're not promoting democracy. They themselves, they accept every culture. Do they say anything about China? No. Do they say anything about the Indians?
No.
You know, there's a whole party in India where people are throwing literally like cow shit, literally cow poop, and they're throwing each other.
Yeah.
Where's all these, you know, health, you know, ministries and all these people that are going over there say this is unsanitary. There's people that are drinking in the water in India. They say it's the holiest water in the whole entire world, and that thing has feces and urine and all. No one's saying this. There's people that are literally in India that are worshiping rats and drinking from the same place as a rat. No one's saying anything to this.
Mm.
You know, why when we portray Islam, they're not saying anything to Saudi before 5 years ago, 10, what about 10 years ago, when Saudi didn't allow women to drive a car? Where was all the women and women rights and leftists that were saying, no, the women must drive cars? What about 20 years ago when a woman and Saudi was not allowed to walk outside without her veil? Why is no one saying anything? The thing is that Afghanistan is a center point. It's a war strategical spot for war-wise, for position-wise, and as well as for the mental-wise. It's strategic area. Because for the West, they say if we're able to mess these people's minds up and give them a Western ideology, a Western ideology and Western life, they'll accept us and they'll bring the American bases over here and they'll be closer to the neighbors. And we know the special neighbor. I don't need to say Iran. If you guys know that the terminologies, then you know it. They want to be close to this and they want to be close to all these kind of areas. So leave us alone in our culture. If our women, example, decide, and the funny thing is the Afghan diaspora, do you know what diaspora is?
No.
Diaspora is like the Afghans that grew up in the West. They call it diaspora. It's so funny to me. They wear in the weddings, they wear Kuchi clothes. They do atan, they do this and do that. They're wearing the Afghan traditional clothes. But if you know what the Kuchi life is, if you go to Kuchi village, I dare you to go walk and try to see a woman and what she's going to do. She's going to do this to you. Because that's the nature of the Kuchans. They're not showing their women, they're showing their hair. This is our nature. This is Afghanistan. Women cover their face. Even little kids that are shy, they start doing this. They look down.
And one thing that on that interview, he said that the education is banned.
Yes.
For women. And you also have a video about that also.
Yes. So the education aspect, people don't understand what was Afghanistan like before. No one was talking about previous to the previous government, how the schools, there was all, bad things that were going on in the schools. Like example, teachers were doing bad things to students, girl students. There was as well as, bribery that was happening in the schools and free mixing. Islam, we try to promote, we try to, it's called remove free mixing, meaning that boys and girls are mixing together. So people don't understand that we want a system and the correct system. Example, Pierce Morgan, right? He talks about women education. Okay, there's a documentary called What is a Woman? You go ask anyone in America in a high level of education, what is a woman? They don't even know what is a woman. You ask him, can a boy be a woman? He said, yes. If he feels that he's a woman, then he is a woman. So how?
If he feel anything,
he is that. If he wants to be a cat, he's a cat. If he wants to be a dog, he's a dog. So why should I allow the education that you are promoting to your own people that you guys don't understand what is a between a male and a female? You guys don't understand this. There's 20 years of all that, of all the Western propaganda, all the Western ideology, methodology, all was podcast into the women and the men. How can you erase that 20 years? It takes time to erase that. It takes time for the education system to improve. Slowly but surely, inshallah rahman, the education will come. And there is courses that are still happening in Afghanistan. Girls are learning English, girls are learning math, learning German, they're learning Arabic. If they want to go study, they're able to go study. There's courses, but there's not a graduation system. But inshallah rahman, slowly but surely it will come, And we have high hopes in this.
Inshallah.
I would love for women to go and study and become doctors because there's a huge need of doctors. But right now, how things are going, slowly but surely it will happen.
Inshallah. Talib, tell me about your experience with Arab.
Yes.
As we all know, he is a crazy guy. So I just saw his video. He was on Iran blackout.
Yes. Yes.
And what he wanted from Afghanistan when he came to Afghanistan. And I saw one of his video. He said that he has one of the best experience that he ever have in his life in Afghanistan.
Yeah.
And what's your experience? What's your point of view? We saw the Arab point of view on his videos. What's your point of view of Arab when he came to Afghanistan? What's his purpose in Afghanistan? What did he achieve it or not?
He's an FBI agent. He works for the CIA. No, I'm joking. He doesn't work for the FBI, CIA. No, he's a good guy. No, so people like Arab, they call them thrill seekers. Thrill seekers. They like dangerous stuff. When there's danger, they're the first one being called. It's like Batman. When there's trouble, Batman arrives. So he's the Batman of the YouTuber world, as they say. Arab, his whole narrative, everyone has a niche. You know, there's YouTubers that like to solely do food vlogs. There's YouTubers that solely like to do, mountain vlogs, hiking vlogs. His style, he wants to go to the most dangerous spot and find the most illegal of the illegal things that's doing there. So I remember.
Did he find anything in Afghanistan?
No. He tried to. We call him Bisa Char. He's a Bisa Char. He was 24.
Charles of the Beast.
Yeah. Charles of the Beast. Yeah. So
420.
Yeah, 420. So he first messaged my cousin Yusuf. And my cousin messaged me. He's like, "Oh,
I'm Poco Loco."
He messaged me. Yeah. He's like, "Oh, this guy named Arab." I was like, at that time, I was not into YouTube and Instagram. I was like, I don't have none of this stuff. I'm just a regular guy. I don't want none of this stuff. I don't want anything immediate involved. And then he said, this guy named Arab, he's a big YouTuber. He's gonna be our first client. This is gonna be very heavy. Here's the thing that he wants to go see. Can you make it happen? My cousin's asking me, can you make it happen? I look at the thing, I'm like, he's like, I want to go check out the heroin poppy farms. I want to see people that are growing heroin. I want to see this, that. All the illegal stuff. I want to see the marijuana fields.
He before arriving, he sent these messages to you, the checklist.
No, he sent to my cousin. Because all these big YouTubers, you ask them, like, what kind of experience do you like? So you get a feel of what they want. And his feel was poppy seeds, marijuana, haram. There's a haram button on it. He's like, I want to see that. I told my guys, like, either you want to get yourself in trouble or you want me to get in trouble. I'm not going to save you, and neither you're going to save me. I said, what I could do is have him come. I will host him. You guys come to my house, stay in my house. 24/7, you guys will be able to content create, and you'll see what life is. And the aspect of the tea, bro. Because when he came, not my cousin, nor the Arab had an idea. I was the one who was basically like, playing everything. I was like the director of everything. But the directing was showing my life. But in reality, I didn't know, like, I'm showing my life. I'm like, this is my life. I have guests 24/7 in my house. Those guys that I came, all the T-bros, they're all my friends. They all came and they all sat with him and talked to him and showed him, like, hey, this is Islam. These people, like Arab, I enjoy what they do. And I like what they're doing. Because people that are saying that this place is dangerous, say, well, let me see how dangerous this is. Okay, women are not allowed to go in the streets. Because that time when it came, it showed that Arab, it was all over the news. Women are not allowed to speak out in public. So he asked me, he's like, hey, bro, I'm kind of like, is this true? I'm like, well, go to the market, you see for yourself. And he saw women that were selling banglis, the little bangles out in the store. I was like, look, she's over there. And I said, look how many girls are outside.
His perspective completely changed.
Yes. No, he is open guy. Because those who travel a lot, they're already open. They already have an open mentality. They know what's on the news is not reality. They have themselves go see. They're seekers. They're the truth seekers. They want to see the truth and see the reality. Is this right or wrong? They're thrill seekers. So he came and he saw, and at first they didn't have a plan or anything like that. They're like, oh, what should we do? And I just filmed, showed the T-bros, even the picnic. My cousin
Pagman.
Yeah, the Pagman, the picnic. Yeah, I told my friends, like, bring their little sons with the AKs, the little AKs on. I told them to do all that kind of stuff, make up balls, do all that kind of stuff. So he enjoyed his time, I think so.
So we will talk more about Arab in the next segment, but now we have a short break and we'll come back. Welcome back, everyone. So, Asadullah, tell us that did Arab achieve his goals or not?
No, he didn't achieve the haram ban goals. That's what you wanted, man.
So, but he said that that was the best experience that he had. Once, I think in Parman, when you guys were praying Juma prayers, he was pulled out by the
T-bros. Yeah.
and he was so scared at that point.
Yeah.
He's saying that I shout to Asallah, I shout everyone, but no one was there. So when he came to Afghanistan, was there a moment that he were very afraid or not?
No, alhamdulillah, because there's some like that scene of him going to Parman. He was afraid because like I don't know, because we were in Jummah prayer, so we're all praying, and he's just like him, the guard. He has a camera. The guy has an AK. He's like, what the hell is this? You know? Because over here, like my cousin Ayn Poco Loco said, people are not afraid of guns; they're afraid of cameras.
Yeah,
it's true.
Yeah,
like, people like they look at him like, what is he trying to do? He wants to take a picture of me. Why is he trying to take a picture of me? Like, what is he doing? He's trying to spy on me. What is he doing?
Yeah.
So he thought like, oh my goodness, his brain is going like 1,000 miles. When I got out, I saw the Mujahid. He saw me. I was like, this is Mukhbar min Mada Prida. I was like, oh, this is my guest. Just leave him alone. It's okay. He's with me. So, okay, Mujahid, khalas. And he let us go. So I'm like, he had no, there's no point. Oh, there's one night, subhanAllah, I remember this night. It was crazy. We went to Surah B. We went to Surah B. We came back. And like I said, my house is like a guest house. 24/7 people come in. My friends, they came. And they all look very scary. Long hair like this. Big beard like this. Straight brought M4s and AKs and all that kind of stuff. He got in the house, was like, because I have to go downstairs to get the food ready and all kind of stuff. He goes, he's like, bro, these guys look like some crazy motherfuckers. I'm like, yeah, but these are mujahids, bro. These are straight warriors, man. That's why they look like that. He's like, bro, he filmed like 1 second. He's like, I'm not gonna film anymore. He felt like very afraid. He's like, no, I'm not gonna film no more. It's okay. I'll keep this down, you know.
So during his meetings, like when your other guests came to your home and he was sitting in front of them, was it okay for them to film them, or he was saying that am I allowed to film here or not?
Yeah.
He will film anywhere he liked.
No, see, the thing what I like a lot about all these content creators, they're very respectful because they travel the world. That's what I'm trying to say to you. They travel the world so they know like content. Can I film now? Yes or no? He would ask like, hey, Salah, can I film now? I'm like, it's okay, go for it. And as well, Afghanistan was good about Afghanistan is that a lot of people, even the streets started filming, they start smiling and laughing. They're like, you know, everyone's a Shah Rukh Khan. They love themselves. They're like, let me see if I look good. Then they start filming. So my friends, all the T-bros, they had no problems with it, you know, because they're young. They're not like an old school. They're like, oh, hey, I don't like pictures. Don't do filming. No, because they know that
they're okay with that.
This is okay with that because they know that this is the jihad. We call it jihad, the digital jihad, you know, because a AK-47 can only hold 33 bullets, but the camera can hold billions bullets. Means that you could have impacted millions and billions of viewership, you know.
You hosted more content creators and a lot of YouTubers. What's the funniest moments you ever had in your experiences with YouTubers and content creators or other tourists?
I think funniest moments, man. I think it's just recording, right? There's one funny moment that it was me, TB Jones, and Samiullah, the French guy I was telling you about. It's very famous. I swear to God, just for one reel, it took us like an hour. I'm like, bro, this is a headache, man. It's good. He's like, no, I have to perfect it. So I had two, in the same time, I had two content creators. I had a guy named Hussein. I think you saw the Iraqi guy.
Yeah.
Where I spoke Arabic. Yeah. I pulled him up. I was like, give me your password. That guy is a very cool guy. He's a very nice guy. So it was him and it was TB Jones. They were together. So
TB Jones is the
French guy. French. His name is Thibaut. Thibaut is like a
TB Jones is the guy that's testing food?
No. He goes all around the country. He goes everywhere. So it's funny that once I see TB Jones start filming, and then after that, it's like, the Hussein's like, oh, he filmed that? Let me film that too. And the whole car ride, one was filming one thing, and the other one's like, oh, he did that? Let me do it. So they're like playing tic-tac-toe with each other. You know, like, let me try and match. That's the only thing that's funny, you know?
So you have a lot of good experience. And when the tourists came to Afghanistan, how's the food for them? Because our food is completely organic, and also we tried to make it more tasty.
Yes.
So is it completely different for them, or is it surprising for them or not?
Yeah. Arab, he tweeted one time, he's like, I miss most of Afghanistan is the food. And then all my friends, they all say, oh, I miss Afghan food the most. And the surprising thing, all my guests, when they come over, my wife is cooking the food. So I'm like, my wife is a good chef. I give sugar for this. So all the food that Arab was eating was in my house. Like every single meal from breakfast, lunch, dinner was all in my house. We only went to a restaurant like twice. And that was just because, he's like, oh, I want to just film restaurants. So there's one funny video of him. One of our friends, he came from the West. He's like, nah, bro, I can't eat the barbecue because my stomach, I have to not eat food. And then Arab was like, look at this guy. He's Afghan from America, and he's afraid to eat the pure food. This is what the West do to you. And then he's like, he's making fun of the Afghan guy who doesn't want to eat meat because he's like, I'm going to get sick. He's like, but he's eating the food. So all these YouTubers, they like it because of freshness. There's no GMOs, there's no added preservatives. It's fresh food, and you can taste it, you can smell it. You open a banana, you can smell it like a banana. You eat an apple, you can smell the apple.
Everything is organic.
Everything's organic. It's very, very good. They love it a lot.
So, if you want to show a YouTuber one food that shows the culture of the enrichment culture of Afghanistan to that YouTuber or that guy, and through that to the world, what that food would be?
It's two dishes to be honest, right? You can't go with go without the qabli pulao.
Yeah.
And I read there's a YouTube video. They said people now say Kabuli, like as in Kabul, but it's not as Kabul as Kabul should. Like it agreed because that dish was a dish that will bring people and families together. Because it's so weird, you have rice and then you have raisins and then you have carrots. And you have meat. It's such a unique dish, That's an old school dish. Yeah. It brings a lot of people. It brings out what Afghanistan is. That's one. And the second one, but I think that previous generation was the qabli pulao. Like if you had filmed me like 40 years ago, I'll say qabli pulao.
But what about
now? The Afghan burger. I always take my guests to see the Afghan burger. You go to.
Did you ever showed your guests the foods that they're in some places, not everywhere, like if you go to some places like Dandakai or Kochi or some local foods that you can find it in anywhere, like in restaurants or other areas.
See, the thing is with me, I understand what my guests, what they like. Dandakai is like it's not everyone's liking to everyone's liking, so that's why I don't try to go with the Dandakai stuff. I go with the Afghan burgers because they have the Western.
Because these kind of food is not, you can find it anywhere.
Yeah.
And it can show the real culture, food culture to the world. If you show, there's a lot of things that you can't find it in the restaurant, but you can find it in local areas of Afghanistan and a lot of part of Afghanistan. Every area have a different kind of food. I'm talking about that kind of food.
To be honest, most of these guys, the YouTubers that come, they want they're very about action. They're not like a foodie person. If I had a foodie vlogger, I'll show them all these type of stuff.
Yeah.
But these guys are just like, oh, action, T-Bo. Oh, we're eating eggs in the breakfast, and eat oh, look at this eggs. So themselves, they want to immerse in the culture. But not to the point where they get diarrhea, they don't want that stuff. Because I know Dandakai, it's even with me, I'm a fan of it, but I can't eat that much. I'm like, I'm okay. If I have 5-6 bites, I'm like, I'm okay.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of these YouTubers are like that too. And Dandakai takes a long time to cook, and I don't want to, make my wife go through all the house, and then my guests don't eat it. I'm like, dang. So I show them these things that are very light, like bologna. Mm-hmm. It's like a tortilla for them. They're like, oh, it's like Mexican food tortilla and some. It's like a sambosa. Oh, it's very easy. Mm-hmm. Oh, Afghan burger. It's fries, a hot dog, eggs. Oh, it's very easy. Oh, kali is just rice and meat. Okay, it's very good. Oh, kebab is just meat on a screw. Oh, that's easy. But you start doing Dandakai and you start kurut and murut and they're like, what is this? Mantu is easy because it's it's dumplings, so they're used to this. So I try to give them what's in their idea of food. Because if I start showing them something weird, they're like, oh, I don't think they would like it. Yeah, I don't think they would like it.
Mm-hmm. So, what was the best place that you showed the tourists most, and what's the what beauty they do like the most? Which province they like the most? Usually, your guess.
They say that there's a saying, a proverb in Pashto says, every person's own village is like Kashmir, right?
Yeah.
Like everyone's own country is Kashmir. Kashmir is very beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm from Paktia, Zaza, Aryub,
Mm-hmm.
and I've seen a lot of my guests. I'm not just saying, oh, because I'm from Zaza, Aryub, and all that kind of stuff, that this is what they get, like tasirat and this and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But I've seen that a lot of them, they felt really at home when they went to Zaza, Aryub, because they go with the Kuchans, the Bedouin tribes. They're eating fresh yogurt. They're eating butter. They're eating the Kuchan food, the rice, and see the animals. Like, oh my God, so beautiful. And they see the mountains, the different color of the mountains, and they're sleeping in a mud house. They're like, oh my goodness, it's so amazing. And then they go to Osama bin Laden's ex-caves where they used to have the Al-Qaeda Mujahideens there. Used to go over there. It used to be tunnel. They like that a lot. And
Tora Bora.
Yeah, not Tora Bora. Tora Bora is somewhere else. This is in Paktiaza there. It was the cave.
It's different place.
It was a hideout for the Al-Qaeda Mujahideens and the Taliban. They would hide out, like put ammunitions. They had rooms, hospital. They had everything underneath the ground. So Nazir Aryub, I've seen that people they like it a lot because there's so much to do over there, and it's so much earthy. It's like, oh my goodness, you're just at awe. It's so natural. You know, I've taken my guests to. I haven't been to Nuristan. If I went there, I think Nuristan and Paktia, Zaza, Aryub, I think these people, they'll be like,
they're kind of same.
Yeah, hand to hand. You know.
Yeah, they're kind of same, and that's the beauty of Afghanistan.
Yes.
So I'm talking about YouTubers. Which YouTubers that you were guided them, you were okay with them, you were very fine with them, and you feel like that's the guy that if every guest that I have could have a personality like him, I could be very okay with them.
Yeah, there's this guy named Mahdi Shita. They said the game is told, not sold. What this means is that you have to put in time. You have to break a sweat to see the result. I've realized a lot of these YouTubers and a lot of these big guys, they don't share what they have. Like when I came over here, I told you, hey, you should do this and that. A lot of people didn't do that. They just come here for the business and then they just get out. A lot of YouTubers do that. You know, like example, Arab, he's not gonna tell you his sauce. He's not gonna tell you, oh, how I do this. Oh, this is what I do. He's not gonna tell you. Because he says that, okay, this is my thing. I struggled, I find my way, you find the way. Your other YouTubers, same thing. I'm not gonna show you the way. But Mahdi Shaitan, he's an Algerian YouTuber. He helped him with everything. He said, oh, do this is how you should film. Oh, this, then that. Oh, this is what you do. And this is how you make money. As well as TB Jones. TB Jones, Mahdi Shita, these were, and as well as the Matt Shoe. These three people, like if they had a baby with each other, of course they can't have a baby, but if they had a baby, you know, they're very, very nice. Like, example, TB Jones, I've picked up, that's why my knowledge of content creating has become so vast, because I have sat with the biggest of the biggest. The Matt Shoe, he taught me how to make revenue off TikTok and have to make revenues off the real work. TB Jones showed me how to edit correctly, how to grab attention to the clients. Mahdi Shita taught me how to shoot, how to film correctly, what to film, and how to make a storyline into a movie.
They teach you a lot.
They teach me a lot, you know, because you're with them 24/7, and I see what they do. I'm a hands-on learner, so you have to show me what you're doing, and by me being with you 24/7, I understand what you're doing. So I pick up, okay, what is this and what is that? Oh, this is a good shot. Oh, this is a bad shot. This, that. So I picked it up very good.
Was there any moment that the tourists came to Afghanistan done any intentionally offensive thing to?
Oh, that's so funny. Keep on asking. I'll tell you a story. Keep on saying.
That's the question. So did they did anything like they do anything intentionally offensive?
Oh, so one time I had this Chinese guest. Okay, it's so funny, and you've probably seen the tone like, chick chow. You saw the video of me on the reels?
No.
There's a TikTok video of me. I'm in an old Russian tank in Paktiaz Nazarib, and it's a tank video. I'm speaking Chinese. Chuchang, shushang, because this is shushang means shushang means AK-47. Chuchang is like a little pistol. So I'm explaining to the Chinese guy because he's taught me a little bit Chinese. So I'm making a funny video with the tank and I'm speaking Chinese. This guy, Allahu Akbar, guys. people don't understand. I even had this with my other customer. He was Pakistani, but he was raised in the West. We go outside. I'm showing him the beautiful like Zaze Aryub. You know Zaze Aryub Park, right?
Yeah.
I showed him this beautiful Zaze Aryub.
It was on a spring.
It was that time it was rainy, but it was crazy because when you arrived there, it was raining. It was snow. It was a hailstorm. It was like raining like crazy. So we got there. It was all cold. So you seen the border and you seen everything. As he was like, oh my God. I'm thinking, I'm like, I want to laugh so bad. I'm like, this is my guest. I have to remain patient. I'm like, maybe it's a shoe. I'm like, no, it's a shoe. It's not him. I'm trying to give him the better of it. I'm like, no, there's no way he's doing that. And there's my friend. His name's Hafiz. He comes, he's like, oh, what's going on? And he goes, oh, so beautiful. He farts in front of him. I'm looking at him. You're looking at
the
him.
second time.
As he walks, every step, he's farting.
So it was okay for him.
We couldn't say anything to him because it's our guest. You know, like they say that the guest has a sword to the host's head.
Yeah.
No, he has a gun to my head. For him in China, I think in Pakistan, some culture that farting is something normal. Once at my friend, I swear, he's sitting with T-bros. He has his leg up like this, and he goes. He farts so loud. We all look at him like, so, is that something bad? I'm like, bro, don't do this in Afghanistan. This is very bad. This is very, and you're sitting with T-bros and like big officials, and you're just farting the hell out loud
in front of big officials. They did.
I was like, oh my goodness.
Oh.
And that Chinese guy, one time it was Fajr time, so we're praying, and as my friend is doing Qama, he's like, and there's a silence, and the Chinese guy, he's sleeping. My friend, he was like,
so you have a good time also with your guests, and you have a very good sense of humor.
Thank you.
Where that came from? Is it from childhood, or you trying to change yourself for tourists?
No. So even when I was a little kid, my grandfather, he's very like humorous. He jokes a lot and tells a lot of jokes. So growing up with funny people, you end up picking up that personality. My mom would tell me when I was a little kid, he said, when you were with little kids, you were a little kid. When you were big adults, you were a big adult. So I'm able to, alhamdulillah, that's just my personality, you know. I'm able to, when I'm with little kids, I'm able to like feel as if I'm a little kid. When I'm with adults, I know how to change my personality. And I think this.
So you're adjusting yourself.
I'm adjusting to. It's like you adjust yourself to the environment. Because I can't be like this to everybody. If there's an old guy, I can't just be my like personality like fully. There's ways. There's like hudud. There's everything has boundaries. So once you know that, when I was a little kid, I would always hang out with older men. And when you sit with older men, they'll teach you. You see them and you observe.
You learn from
them. Like my brother, he's not like me. He's very quiet to himself. We grew up the same way, everything the same way. But he took on the personality of being very quiet, observant, and he's like a civil engineer. So he's like very, very like civil engineering. You know, they're all quiet to themselves on the computer doing their thing. But for me, I'm very outgoing. I always want to talk. I want to go action. So this is my personality, you know.
There's a book called Shahzada Kuchulu, and on that book they emphasize that everyone should keep their inner child alive.
Yes.
And if we kill our inner child, that life will be very miserable.
Yes.
And we can't enjoy our life. So that's the very, very interesting part of you, that you keep your inner child alive. And when you're sitting with a friend or a child, you change your personality. And when you're with a with an old adult, you also change your personality, and that's the positive side of your personality. So when a tourist came to Afghanistan, how you tell them about, do you have any plan to tell them about the culture? Like, they don't know about the culture of Afghanistan. Before coming, did you make a meeting with them and tell them about the culture of Afghanistan, or what?
No. So a lot of my customers, they come, I ask them prehand, I said, what would you like to experience? Some people, they say, I just want to experience the touristy areas. Some people say, no, I want to experience the culture. Some people say, no, I don't want to experience anything. I want action. So it's all depends on the tourist himself. And I don't explain them. For me, like, all tourist guides, they're like very like professional.
Because I'm talking about this, that they came from different culture.
Yes.
And we have some rules in our own culture as well. Like when we are walking on the street, we are not looking at a woman, or we are not filming a woman, and also this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm talking about, my question is about that. So how do
I bridge the different culture, ethnicity, and different cultures?
Do you make some meeting with them, or?
No. So what it is usually a lot of people, when they come over here, they already know Afghanistan. Afghanistan is a totally different area. It's a different culture. It's everything. Me, myself, my personality, I'm very open. So you have to have an open personality. A lot of people, they're very professional. They're like, this is this and this is Afghanistan. I'm not that. I can't do that. Oh, this was built in 1975 and 1966. This pole was right here. This flag was this. I don't have that personality. I can't do that. So
you're not telling any rules.
No, I tell rules, but I tell them, look, don't film women, don't do A, B, C, D, F, G, right? Like I tell them the basic stuff, right? In Islam, there's no drugs, so there's no drugs, don't touch women, don't, that type of stuff. They already know, they already have a pre-understanding. But then I just show them my culture. I show the culture to them. Like I said, come, let's sit down, let's have food. By me showing them, I'm not gonna take them to a Western example, hotel, restaurant, a Western restaurant. I said, come, let's sit down, let's have food. Right then and there, they know that, wait, this is not your typical sitting on a chair and eating with the fork and spoon, with the fork and spoon, with the fork and...
We will eat with our hand.
Yes.
So we have one more segment, and after that segment, we will finish the program.
No problem.
So we will have a short break, and we will come back. Welcome back. Talib, bro, we are at the end of our podcast. So at the end, usually we play a game. And the game rule is I will put two choices for you. And you should choose between one of them and tell us why you choose the one and why you deny the other one. So I listed some YouTubers that you have experience with. So I will tell their name and you should choose between them. Okay? So between the Mad Show and Hussein Yahya, which one will you choose?
Oh, this one's tough. See, Hussein Yahya and the Mad Show. I'm going to go with Hussein Yahya.
Why?
Hussein Yahya, he has about 4 million subscribers on YouTube. And he has a lot of experience. And he understands, like his YouTubing is way more, and his YouTube is very, very good, as well as his TikTok. The Matt Shuli, he's a very good guy, but he's still working on his YouTube. He's not like he's been starting for 1 year, so he's still like in the baby stage. He's perfected the Instagram, the TikTok world, and as well the Facebook world, but he's getting more onto the Instagram and as well the YouTube. But Hussein,
so he's working on YouTube.
YouTube. But Hussein Yahya, he's very, very strong. He's very strong in his YouTube and his TikTok and his he's all around on that aspect.
That's great. So between Hussein Yahya and Sinclair, which one will you choose?
I'll go as well with Hussein Yahya.
Why you denied Sinclair?
Sinclair, he's a good guy, but Hussein Yahya, he's well round, what's that one called?
Well known.
Not well known. Hussein Yahya himself, he goes to different niches. He's not specific on one niche. Like he can go to some country and
Sinclair is he have one niche.
His one niche is he has a nice car and he's going around the whole country with this nice car. So it's like that's why his style right now is dying down. His fame is dying down. People got so amazed, like, oh my God, there's a challenger in Afghanistan, but now it's like dying down. His message is very good. Like if you're talking about message wise, I prefer Sinclair's message before Hussein Yahya's message. Sinclair's message is that, you know, we want unity. Even if you're Muslim or you're Christian, we all can sit down and sit together, which is very good. But as in content creating wise, and the YouTube world and the social media world,
choose Hossein Yahya.
I choose Hussein Yahya.
Okay, between Hossein Yahya and TV Jones, which one will you choose?
I gotta go with TV Jones.
Why?
He's smart. He's a smart cookie. He's probably one of the most smartest. He's probably one of the most smartest YouTubers or social media influencers that I had, because he himself, he knew how to make money. Like he knows, like, okay, I'm traveling, but let me make this travel worth the while. He'll get sponsorships. He knew how to get sponsorships and advertisement and all that kind of stuff. He taught me that world. And he said, do not sell yourself for less. You have to know your worth. Sometimes you get sponsorships. Like example right now, there's not sponsorship, by the way. It's Ziyafat example. They messaged me and say, hey, we want you to do ads for us for $100. I would not accept that. Even if they say $200, I would not accept that. So you have to know your worth, because that one company that truly knows your value, it will come one day. You just have to be patient with that.
So you learned that from TV Jones, and that's why you choose TV Jones.
Yes,
that's good. Between TV Jones and Mahdi Shatta, which one you will choose?
Oh, I gotta go Mahdi Shatta.
Why?
Because he knows how to make, like, he could turn a potato. He could sell sand to the Arabs. You know, that's what it's called. You know, you could sell the desert to the Arabs.
Yeah.
You know, he's very good. He could turn something very boring into something like a cinematic video.
What he will do in his video that change everything?
He's very like Netflix, like cinematic, like film. It's like a movie. It's like, it's like, wow, it gets you, engages you. You feel as if like you're in a movie.
So he's a good editor.
He edits, he films, he does everything from A to Z. And he knows the little tricks that a lot of YouTubers don't understand. Like example, if I post a YouTube video, I should not post reels with it. I post one reel after a week or 2 weeks, because if you start posting a lot of reels, then people start watching the reels and they won't watch the YouTube videos. And he would tell you this, and he would help me out. He helped me out from like A to Z in reality. You know, a lot of the other YouTubers, they'll help me, like they'll give me like 10%, like little, like it's called sprinkles. But he gave me the full cake. You know, I ate it up. You know?
And I want to learn from you also.
Yes, I'll teach you, no problem.
That's great.
Yes,
so please don't give us the sprinkles.
No, I'll give you the whole cake. I'll give you everything. Don't worry.
Between Mahdi Shatta and Arab, which one will you choose?
Oh, this one's probably one of the most difficult questions. This is probably the most difficult question. As in, look, Arab, he's very smart, and he's worldwide. He knows how to reach every audience. And Mahdi Shatta, he only reached the Arab content. He's specific in Arabic and Arabic only. But because Arab, he's international, he could go to China and speak English and make content in China, and everyone from China, Taiwan, and the whole entire world will start watching. That aspect, I will go with Arab. Yeah, because he knows how to do it. And he knows his niche, and he perfected his niche. He became a master of his own craft. So did
everyone was watching his video.
Everyone watches his video, even if you don't like him.
He's doing crazy shit.
He's doing crazy stuff, and a lot of people, they don't like his personality. Like, oh, this guy's a weirdo. But you don't have to be liked to be liked. You understand? People watch it. You don't have to like me, but he's running numbers. You might say his personality is very shitty. I don't like him. He just goes to the country and, example, just take content and leave the country. Okay, but everyone's watching it. So he's doing something correct, even though in your eyes it might be incorrect. But he's doing correct. And that's for that, he's the winner, you know.
The Arab is the winner of our
they say winner,
challenge.
winner, chicken dinner. Take this chicken.
Thank you, Talib bro or Asadullah, to coming to our podcast. We have a very great discussions, and you talked about your good experience, your tourists that came to Afghanistan. So
you can't forget about the farting though.
That will be very bold in our podcast. So we are at the last part of our podcast. If you have any message to the viewers, you can say to our viewers right now.
Yeah, so the one message is no, but yes, the one message is, at the end of the day, everyone is the same. Everyone has the same goal in life. Whether you're black, white, Chinese, we all have the same goal. We all want that, and they strive to seek the best and want the best. So don't have this opinion that this guy is different. Yes, of course we're different because we come from a different part of the world, but we have the same goals. You want to eat good food? I want to eat good food. You want to raise a family? I want to raise a family. So don't judge. Let this person explain his life to you. Take a moment, take a tea break, take a Kit Kat break, just relax. Understand who this guy is. Don't prejudge. Allow him to speak, allow him to experience, allow him to explain to you his life story. And you find out that your story and his story might be identical.
Kind of be same.
The same thing. You're like, wow. So why am I fighting with this guy? So that's my message. Don't prejudge a book. Don't judge a book before reading it. Even if the cover might be torn, maybe it went to 40 years of war. Yeah, it has some little screws missing and this and that. But at the end of the day, the ink is what? Black. And the pages are what? White. Just like your page and my page. So don't prejudge,
Thank you, and welcome again to our program, to our podcast. And thank you for you guys that you watched our podcast till the end. And please subscribe FaraaazCast, and we will see you soon in our next podcast.
I think we need more English speaking podcasts from you. No more Pashto, no more Farsi.
Inshallah, I'll try. But the one thing I need from you is, if possible, some of your tourists that came to Afghanistan, we could have an English podcast with them, if you're okay with that.
Yes, of course. Why not?
If you make tell them that you came to here, we can have a podcast and hear from their stories, hear from their experience that they came to Afghanistan. How was their experience?
Yes, it's perfect. We'll do it.
Inshallah. So see you guys in next podcast. Allah Hafiz.